Moses had a record. He slew an Egyptian. He killed a man. But God had more in store for him. Joseph had a record. Long before a Central Park case and a ruthless prosecutor, there was Potiphar's wife. Joseph was thrown in prison, but he held on to his dreams. You know the rest of the story. The 3 Hebrew boys had a record, and they were sentenced to death for an act of civil disobedience. Daniel was charged, convicted, and thrown in the lion's den. He had a record. John was imprisoned on an island called Patmos, the Rikers Island of that day. There he saw a new heaven and a new earth. Jesus had a record. Not surprising, given his background, coming from where he came from, born in a barrio called Bethlehem, smuggled as an undocumented immigrant into Egypt, raised in a ghetto called Nazareth. Yet he came preaching that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to preach good news to the poor, to open the eyes of the blind, to set at liberty the incarcerated, to preach the year of the Lord's freedom. They brought him up on trumped-up charges, convicted him without the benefit of due process, marched him up Golgotha's hill, executed him on a Roman cross, buried him in a borrowed tomb. But he was so powerful that he turned the scandal of the cross into an enduring symbol of victory over evil and injustice. And his movement was so contagious that he got off the cross and got in our hearts. He is my Redeemer and Liberator. And in his name and in the name of all that is good and justice and righteous and true, we must all stand together across faith traditions, across racial lines, stand together, fight together, walk together, organize together, vote together,